So I posted the engine last night. I've gotten about 100 or so people asking me about it. The guy that just messaged me about it says, is this still available? And so I've got it saved in my clipboard, all the information about it that I've already got in the listing, and everything that I've got in there, and it also says make an offer multiple times. Also says, I don't know what it's worth, I don't have a dollar amount invested in it, just shoot me a fucking number, you know? I paste it, I send it to him. A couple of minutes later, he replies back, how much do you have to have for the motor? Retards. It's not a fucking electric vehicle, it's an internal fuel combustion engine. Not electric, it's not a fucking motor. But him being retarded about that isn't why I blocked him. I blocked him because I said, make a fucking offer. And then he says, how much do you have to have for it? Do you know how many fucking morons that I have dealt with in the last 6 hours that have been that stupid? What part of make a fucking offer? I don't have a specific dollar amount in mind. Give me a fucking number. Do people just not understand? So my next reply to him was, bye, and then I blocked him. God damn, people are stupid. So the biggest problem I'm having right now is, this is my old Harbor Freight jack, cherry picker, engine hoist, whatever the hell you want to call it. The problem is I don't have a bar for the thing anymore because this asshole where I used to live, Darian, yes, I know you watch my videos, you fuck. I still want my goddamn bar. I let him borrow my jack. He didn't give me back my chain, so I don't have the fucking chain for the other side of my leveler. He didn't give me back my bar, so I can't use my fucking jack. I gotta, I don't know, stick an extension in there or something to use it and use damn pliers on the release valve. So, you're an asshole. And this is one of the weirdest damn pedals, throttle pedal designs I've ever seen. This is the bar that goes over to the carburetor. The black plate was underneath the dashboard, and you can see they added this extra bracket of bracing right here. The only problem is they put it right over that bolt, and obviously they made that change at some point afterwards. So more than likely what was happening is the dude was pushing too hard on the gas pedal and it was bending the bracket down, so they ended up putting this little extra reinforcement thing at the top of it, but they put it right over that damn bolt, which made it a bitch for me to take it out. Thank you, assholes. And so I've undone the trans tunnel, undid the bolts. The engine is ready to come out. Pretty much all I'm waiting on is I have to replace a wheel for my engine jack leg that goes on that side before it'll be able to support the weight of the engine. So here in a couple of days when those show up and I can weld on a new one, then I can get this thing out. I told him, you know, fuck, I don't know, what, $5,000? I mean, that sounds pretty goddamn fair. Billet connecting rods. It's a World Merlin, and according to him, the camshaft has a shit ton of lift. I was like, okay, if you can tell that just by looking at it, more power on you, I guess. Whether he buys it or not, it's irrelevant because I've got an engine and I've got parts for it. And he's like, oh, can we work out some kind of deal? Dude, I'm not interested in your fucking hand-me-down parts. No, I don't want a deal. I want fucking money, you know? You take the engine, I take the money, we go our separate ways. I mean, that's typically how I sell you something kind of fucking transaction. That's how that works.
It's too early for this shit. Jesus, what is it, like noon or something? Thunderstorm all night long, keeping me awake. So that guy, he wants to come by and get the engine today. He's getting it for a massive steal. We all already know. I'm even throwing in the Magna fuel pump, that loud ass sumbitch that's in the trunk, because I'm not going to need it when I go to the LS. And my fuel pump that I'm going to be using should be here today. With all the stuff that I'm throwing into the thing, I'm going to be getting back out of it what I've put into it. At the same time, the person that knows how to fix what's wrong with it and get it to stop causing problems, whether it's just me that's the cause of the problem, or maybe the components that they try to put into that engine just don't work right. Maybe Maybe something to do with the fact that they're using a damn 10.2 intake on a damn 9.8 block. You know, whatever the problem may be, if you could figure out how to stop it from having problems, the person that gets that engine, because they're getting the fuel pump, they're getting the distributor, they're getting the intake, they're getting the carburetor, they're getting all that shit with it. And all that stuff that's coming along with it is, oh my God, you gotta be $15,000 to $20,000 worth of parts there. 15 to 20 grand. If you fixed, whatever the hell's wrong with it, dude, that guy's gonna turn around and make his money back tenfold. So, yeah, I don't feel bad for him. He's asked me several times, you know, is there anything else I can do for you? You know, maybe something to do with the truck. You know, can I help you sell the truck? Can I help you find a job? Yeah, plans right now, is to keep the car. I don't know what I'm going to do with the money. I'm either going to keep the money, because you guys already know at this point, that I want to get rid of this property. Maybe I'll use the money to help buy the other property. Or maybe I will use the money on a transmission. You could daily that transmission as is. As is, you could daily that transmission. But I don't just want to daily it. But at the same time, if it comes down to that point of what's the best investment? You know what I mean? Do you put the money toward what you want, or do you put the money toward what you need? Alright, dude just called, said he'll be here in about 2 hours. So that engine is pretty much officially sold.
So the Magna Fuel that's in the car now makes something, it might make up to 1,800 horse, but as far as I know, it's designed to make 1,500. But that's only for a carbureted engine, which is why this one Zzz. Oh, my bad. I thought this is supposed to be the fuel pump. I was supposed to get the fuel pump today, not the fuel pressure regulator. It's not a bad thing. I'm just, as I was opening this damn thing up, I was thinking, that's pretty fucking small for an 1,800 horsepower fuel pump. I was kind of thinking I got scammed. I wasn't thinking, I didn't even read this fucking thing. Oh, FP reg. Okay, I wasn't even reading that. My bad. All I saw was billet, and I'm like, oh yeah, billet fuel pump, baby. Yeah, FP, that could have been fuel pump. Who the fuck? Kind of got ahead of myself there. But yeah, this is going to be my new fuel pressure regulator that I need to control the fuel pressure. Now I need to get on Amazon and figure out where the fuck my fuel pump is, because this was supposed to be here today. That didn't make any sense. Yeah, for whatever reason, they told me that the damn fuel pressure regulator wasn't going to be here for the next 2 weeks. Even though they're literally 50 miles up the damn road. And when I was looking at where it came from, I'm like, are you shitting me? It took 3 days for it to get to me? Yeah, I wasn't expecting this for 2 friggin' weeks. But supposedly Amazon is going to be the one delivering my fuel pump. Which should be any time between now and the next 3 hours. So, where are you fuckers? Just so that you guys get caught up to speed, my primary focus is get this out, get the other one, get it put in, get it running and driving. That's my primary focus. My secondary focus is to do something about this shit. I have no idea what goes to what. And I just found out after I took the computer out, this is plugged in and it's all fused and everything. These are live wires, but they don't go to anything. I had nothing to do with any of that. So I'm going to get rid of those right now. But this is, what the hell? So I'm willing to bet 90% of that is Just irrelevant.
So the boys are here, and we are currently disassembling and inspecting the damages inside the engine. And as it turns out, my World Merlin 583 Big Block Chevy has dropped a valve, as demonstrated here. As you can see, there is significant damage inside the engine, which means my what could have been $20,000 to as low as $6,000 engine then becomes about a $2,000 engine. This here is my custom engine delete mod, which is all the rage in, well, high crime areas. And they come in at a record-breaking negative 1,500 horsepower. It's not all bad though, because I've also got my fuel pump.
So then while they're here, it's like, oh, well, if you don't have a nitrous kit, do you need this? And if we have this, do you need that? And everything else. And it's like he just keeps hacking me down. And so basically he took about $22,000 worth of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, he even took my nitrous kit. So he took about $24,000 worth of stuff. And yep. So as I said earlier, I do not feel bad for him one damn bit taking that engine. And that was before he opened it up and saw all the damage and everything else. So now I really don't feel bad for him. But fucking things out of the way. I've got some money in my pocket, and it's time to focus on me, not assholes that like to scam me. Like the asshole that sold me this fucking car. So now I'm gonna go get some brake cleaner and just spray the shit out of this. Yes, I got taken. I know I got fucking taken. But you know what? We're turning over a new leaf. And this son of a bitch is gonna be the greatness that I always wanted it to be. Always expected it to be. And it shall be. Dude, you got taken. I know I fucking got taken. I told you I got taken. I don't need you telling me what I've already told you. But, don't matter. Lesson learned. The only way to learn a lesson is for you to be taught. It's all said and done now, and we're going to move forward, and I'm going to be a hell of a lot more careful when I buy something from somebody. Even if I went to a fucking dealership and bought a brand new car from a dealership, brand spanking fucking new, had 0 miles on it, I'd tell them to tear that fucking thing down so I could fully inspect it for myself. So like I said, lesson learned. And that son of a bitch also stole my chain. He gave me this tiny little super thin one that barely even fits into this. He clearly upgraded by stealing my fucking chain. What an absolute fucking scumbag. Well, he was asking if he wants to buy the car. He was asking if I wanted to sell the truck. Yeah, $75,000 each, piece of shit. I mean, some people are just fucking scumbags, you know? Anyway, I am trying to get the engine off of the trailer, which is not proving to be easy with or without a working jack. You can't even see the cart. And just like me, my engine jack has decided it's had enough abuse, but unlike me, it's the only one that's blown a gasket. But I only need you to work one more time. So anyway, I've got a whole bunch of brake cleaner, and I've also got some primer, because I'm thinking I'll just spray everything down, and then I was kind of thinking get all the wiring, all the stuff out of the way, and then maybe I'll just redo the bars in gray and redo the chassis. Just go over them, you know what I mean? There's a little bit of rust starting to form, and again, I plan on keeping this thing for a while now. Barf. 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 Alright, so as you can see, the engine is just about ready to go in, and doing things my way has never panned out for me in the past, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be just like everybody else. So, would you guys like to see me throw this thing in there and fire it up for the first time in years? Then just like everybody else would do, I guess you guys are going to have to tune in the next video. Thanks for watching, and subscribe and like, and, you know,